time to pop off for mini mad moments 3. My daydreaming has been absolutely crazy the last couple weeks, so one of these was way overdue. Like, for example, I've been suddenly daydreaming in like a new position, which is something that has never happened to me before. Normally I'm sprawled out across the floor or across my bed, just kind of lying there. I don't really pace unless it's like a stress daydream, but recently I've decided that the best way to daydream would be to lie with my head on this wooden thing next to my bed, sitting somewhat upright for hours on end. My repetitive motion for when I'm daydreaming is usually either like weird breathing, either that's kind of out of my control, or I'm shaking like my foot or my hand, and it must be so weird just looking at that. Just like, I imagine like I look like I'm asleep sometimes when I daydream, so I'm always imagining like my parents coming in, just seeing me like breathing, have like erratic breathing and just shaking and I was like, this would look really weird if anyone ever walked in on me doing this. I know it's not like a new thing to be like, oh, we like daydreaming looks like you look weird when you daydream, but it's just like, it didn't really hit me until this week that like people can see you when you daydream. Like, why? It'd be really great if people just didn't look at me when I'm not here. It's like, I'm not looking at you, please don't look at me. Mad after daydreaming has given me really good control of my emotions, I can say. Like, I can go from 100 to 0 like that if anyone walks in the room. And that has kind of translated into my outside life, and I didn't realize how much that translated until really this week. Like, I can go from, like, freaking telling someone off, screaming at someone in a daydream, fighting, like, the biggest evil my brain can imagine. I can go from being absolutely terrified and just absolutely overwhelmed and overflowing with a whole bunch of crazy emotions to just flat the second anyone comes in the room. It also works for when I'm angry. I can know to just distance myself from it and just not have it affect me, which is really helpful in situations in reality. Using my paras is like a test run for everything in my life since probably junior high, and I think it's really helpful. But I know that it's a whole mess. Like, I know that this is a problem and that it's not going away anytime soon. So I'm kind of in the train of, let's look at the positives, even though they're way outnumbered by the negatives. But we're gonna look at the positives because life is good, life is fun, right? Romanticize your life. Romanticize your life. That's my new strategy for trying to deal with this whole thing. I don't talk about strategies for managing very much because, like, I really don't have them. Or at least I don't have ones that are consistently, like, helpful. It's kind of just a go with the flow thing. How I would love if a strategy to manage this just fell into my lap and fixed everything immediately. Like, that's ideal. That's the ideal. Just kidding. Unless